It is Mirage. VYBN fighting to keep themselves in contention for the LAN finals. Tools lose here. It's 2-0 win here. We go to overpass.
100%. Bravado looking strong. VYBN picking up the frag there in middle. Slowly as well. Headshots all round. 3 more contestants left and a fadeaway headshot while he can't see anything. His goggles were completely blind and it's Dizzy and Ruben left to try recover some sort of round here. A bomb plant, some frags, some consolation, but it cannot be a whitewash. That just sends a wrong message. Ruben doubles down with 2. It's actually insane because Dizzy picked up a frag too, but VYBN, he picks up the last piece. He closes it off. Tricky, but manageable.
I mean, it was looking very comfortable for Bravado, and then all of a sudden VYBN just keep things interesting with those quick couple kills from their captain, but Bravado had the numbers to sustain that, trade their way through the round thereafter. Now, Mirage is a map that, as I said, historically Bravado haven't been incredibly impressive on, and it's actually a map that Ruben has loved, I think, for majority of his career, calling and playing. But Slowy used to be a god on this map. I mean, he used to be regarded as the best player in South Africa on the CT side of Mirage, if you think about how he used to dominate with his AWP in 2021.
Facts, and it's the way he played with it AWP in 2021. It just felt like no one could really predict, manage, or neutralize him in that sense. And we also look at VYBN. Mirage is the most played map in South Africa on on FPL. So when you look at that, VYBN, there's a chance. Dizzy knows what he's doing. All the players know how to find opportunities, find frags, play out of default. They just have to collaborate and have an overarching plan that they're all trying to achieve. Because Mirage is one of those maps where, you get the 2 openings on the A side, but your lower players, they gets picked off. Your upper B player gets picked off, and it just becomes back to 3v3. So they need to find opening frags and keep sustaining the advantageous trades moving through the round 2.
Problem was their T side looked a bit rough on Dust too.
Yeah.
So that doesn't translate or instill much confidence. But different map, new face, new me.
Yeah, 100%.
It is a bonus round here for Bravado, going up against 3 MP9s, our VYBN with a wealth of AKs. This should be their moment, and they've just taken out one of the M4s as well.
100%. You can see some aggressive plays coming out from Bravado, taking up low B control. They've forfeited a player, but they've picked up map control. Same story that they had on D2. You have the sewing machine guns. What you got to be doing is use them in the most advantageous positionings within the map. And now the next task is to clear middle. No information there. There is a player lurking and hiding, and top middle, VYBN takes up the player lurking in Palace, and I felt like he should have been the last player to show themselves in the attack like this from the A side. So the advantage stays on the side of Bravado, and there we go, Ruben. Aware of the nitty-gritty corners and angles they can play. Another smoke comes down towards Con, and Deadshot's in a prime position. No, not like this, Ruben! You've betrayed your brethren! 1 versus 1, Ruben up against Daru with the sewing machine gun, but the plant isn't favorable for Ruben. And that's why you buy that thing. You spoke truth, you spoke facts earlier. The Yump would never do that.
No, you wouldn't win that round with the UMP. That fire rate, that damage, the accuracy works out perfectly. I love how patient Doru was. He doesn't freak out because Ruben's towards CT and try and rush onto the bomb and drop the smoke. And that's why Ruben peeks out, because as you said, the plant wasn't for him. He felt like he had to force the issue. Steps into the MP9 and loses his life out. That's a diabolical round for VYBN to lose.
100%. And I know they can feel it in their size all around in the camp, but they can't be deflated by that. It's still earlier on. They can still recover. Financial damages to the side of Bravado.
Yeah.
So there's still opportunity to reset the economy and kind of reset the balance and momentum from this point onwards. These all-in gimmicky plays, I'm not a fan of it purely because Bravado, they're the ones who like doing it. And Ruben, successful in middle, back-to-back rounds.
Yeah.
They just need to capitalize and convert.
Exactly that. A lot of economic damage dealt in that previous round as well. So if VYBN can win this one here, they still reset that CT side economy. Vilj tucks himself in towards default. Doesn't have much support. Slowy's towards connect. Now he starts to get himself into the equation. Vilj does find the timing on the first and the second. That's huge. And that gets Slowy into the equation as well. But he will overextend, and that costs him his life.
Yeah, and the advantage and control. Ruben, as a way of a lurk, and finds that's a second kill. So he's doing a really good job, and he understands his role, and he's doing it to perfection. 2 versus 1. It's down to Blaze. He's got a smoke, flash, and a kit. Bombs recently going to be planted, so you can just catch the transition and just setting up the post plant. You need to be aware. Where could he be? That's the question. And James, always got to be aware. Always got to be aware of that ticket jump up. And Ruben, that's a 3-piece and a soda.
I mean, that again, he comes down to the 1v1, the captain, and this time he comes out on top. Was a very nail biter of a clutch there.
That shouldn't happen from
This should have been where Slowy stops after getting that extra kill, though. No need to continue to swing out, because then he maintains the 3v2.
Yeah, and it's very easy in that small interaction. It's a split-second decision. You look at the scoreboard, and you have to think critically, and the mature decision, I agree with you, would be pull back into con, leave that advantage in your hand, and let the rest of the players come in and filter. But good economical damage. That's the first round on the board. Thanks to Ruben, he's picked up the open. Already Slowy entry, giving them fantastic advantage. Ooh.
Yeah, Bravado have actually gone for the Forcia tools because of the amount of economic damage they dealt in the previous round. Was Ruben not spotted on the jump across there? I'm surprised to see the fact that they're actually still sort of feeling this one out. I think Ruben's is trying to sell some information and maybe draw rotations.
Done a good job for it so far. That's kind of going to be nullified in the next couple of seconds once that smoke dissipated. No one really taking up space besides. I think it is natural sitting there in con. Right. That's the first step. Get control.
Yeah.
Once you've got to play in con, you have control of information in terms of sound cues.
Yes.
When you put pressure elsewhere, they have to rely on that. They have utility enough to piece together something quite nice here. A player sitting in an A ramp. The only burden I see now is Wipeout and Palace. So how do they account for that in the equation?
Well, they've been able to take Volge down towards CT. That creates so much room for them to maneuver. 4 versus 4. Now they're looking to try and create space to get that bomb plant. As you say, Wipeout should still be unaccounted. Problem is he has SMG. No, Slowy, you don't do this, do you? Oh, God. Okay, there was a wall in between the two. In the end, the kill will come through. I'm still waiting for Wipeout to have that impact.
I think he left it a bit too late there. And I agree, he's an MP9. He doesn't want to overextend and try to take a long-range tool, but they're still going to be going for this, and this will render them broke. Wipeout eventually finds a player sitting here ticket. It is natural, it's unbeknown to him, but his position has been exposed. It's placed to trade out for that AWP. Problem is he can't keep zooming in and out, and it's going to slow him down.
Oh, he needed that kill.
Dizzy, AK, I think most of the times that AK has got to be favored. And there we go, they closed it up, and they can upgrade to all these weapons, pick up the drips and drabs of utility, and be happy about resetting Bravado. And hopefully they can convert this to 3-3.
Well, they should. When you consider what weapons Bravado will have coming into this next round, it's going to be, I don't even know if they'll have any upgraded pistols. Economy is looking really rough right now. I like the way that VYBN worked their way into that round as well. You know, they gave enough respect to their opponents. They didn't want to give those SMGs or pistols any opportunities to get those kills. Worked as a unit once they got into connector as well.
Yeah, it feels like if everyone's on the same page, this map can become very easy. If not, it can become the hardest map. And Dizzy needs to try and not get overwhelmed, yeah. Some free frags, so I don't blame him. Get the Mikos, boy. Ruben. Was he like recovering and then hit the headshot? Because that's impressive. That's a 3-piece for Dizzy. Slowy consolidation frag. Gonna help him out if he wants an AWP in the future rounds to come. No, just shy. Can't even go glass can, so he should have to play without the weapon he wants.
Bit of a similar start here to Mirage to what we had on Dust 2 with that back and forth affair. Bravado ends up 3-0 there on Dust as well. VYBN fought back. Can they get themselves the lead is the question.
John, it's been 3 rounds apiece, 3 rounds for Bravado, not 3 rounds for VYBN. So if they keep trading blows like this, majority of the times it is going to favor the attacking side. Default's looking good, bombs left in spawn, so it does suggest they want to control the map before they finish off the round on a certain side. Bravado, nice gambles, have actually opted to fight mid-round when they know VYBN will be in vulnerable positions. It just comes down to the angles that favor them.
Yeah, Bravado still wants to contest mid here. It's going to be Wipeout who finds the opening, but there's still more where that came from. Natural pounces. Now it's actually the man advantage all of a sudden. The flashes are creating chaos. Whoa, back and forth throughout. And the A bomb site's been open for business. The problem is that the bomb's still towards T spawns. They can't actually capitalize on that, but Ruben gets the kill to lock in the advantage.
And he's having a good half so far. Continues to give them the advantage. Bomb's still an obstacle. Daru half HP, so
They go B here.
I mean, depends on what direction or pathing he decides to go in. I would go B, and I agree with that call. Purely because if there are B, Ruben will have to clean that out, and if he goes down, Dizzy can pivot back. Problem is, you're going to leave Dizzy 32 HP up against 36. So you've got the angle here. You don't want to just take these fights. Discipline, pull back, get a better angle, one that favors you. Put Dara in a difficult position to try clutch out this round.
should be mission impossible. Walk straight into the scope. Ruben will polish off the round and gain the lead for VYBN with that as well.
Lovely. And you can attribute that to Ruben. Back-to-back rounds that they've won. Most of the work has been done by him. Yeah, there's other influences and other variables that cause a disarray in the BVD camp, but he was the golden bullet.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of impactful frags coming through from him. A big clutch to get the first round for the team as well. That's what actually offset the streak. And now it's going to have to be another eco for the boys in blue. I suppose both teams are boys in blue, so
yeah,
not really too descriptive. But
who's been around longer?
Bravado just wants some kills, your tools.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Again, I like the decisions that Bravado are making. Skew the defense and take the gamble rather than, go for a traditional 2-1-2. Natural establishing control there in Con. James has ladder, so can pretty much go wherever they want, but they are going to converge into that A site as they see fit.
They're looking like they're actually getting warmer and warmer. They're starting to heat up here, moving across as a unit, just looking well drilled, well oiled in general. The timings are great as well.
Yeah.
Working as a unit right now are VYBN, and it's actually really good to see.
And Bravado have been struggling on the map of Mirage against various teams, so it's not their strongest suit, but they are capable, and I'm sure they're thinking the same thing. They just need to start just getting on the right track, make sure the path is right. They can proceed forward. Lovely shot from Slowy. There's just something different about a long-range Deeg headshot. And he gets a second. They don't want to bleed too much dead shot. Disposition, Slowy. 5 rounds on the board. VYBN. Looking real healthy at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 5 rounds in a row now, actually. Especially considering that they kind of fell to the wayside on Dust 2 on that T side. It's really good to see that they didn't let that get to their heads. Came in fresher into Mirage as well. Knew what they were capable of.
100%. And this will be a very telling round. Double up on the side of Bravado, Vilge and Slowy. Presumably one will go middle, one will go towards A or B side. Blaze making the jump on middle. Free information there. No one's crossed towards back boxes and gets a dink but doesn't finish off his food. And they're setting up for a B pop. And I like to call it a bop, but it's Slowy's here. They're asking for flashes in the middle, but Slowy can't afford that. You need to hit your shot. The molly will go down, but a nice decision-making there and putting the molly on the ground forces them on a different rotation. Daru picking up 2 Blaze there, pivoting back, right time, right place. That molly's not going to do anything for Slowy. He wants that headshot, and he's going to find it. All 5 members on the side of Bravado prevail. That will help out the economy. Buffer into the next round. You're always going to be thinking about the future.
Yeah, very well done in the end. As you say, good decision-making from Slowy. He really brings Doru especially into the equation with the molly he drops because he forces those players to stay in apartments, and that turns them into sitting ducks ultimately for Doru, who farms them. So another round 1 here for Bravado as they bring an end to the streak. And actually not really any residual funds here for VYBN, even though they win 5 in a row. So the economy is looking frail. Good opportunity for Bravado.
Okay, free kill for Vilge, Dizzy. I've never understood the pathing that he took there, and that's Slowy, that's the 2 ops, that's what you want, that's why you purchase it. It feels like it's their core foundation on the CT side, is to make sure the ops give you that advantage, and you let your riflers have just an easier time at making possible trades, and Slowy a bit too presumptuous about taking control in the middle. It's opened up a gap for Deadshot to exploit, but the bomb, once again, becomes an issue, sitting in spawn. Daru, right time, right place, delivers a headshot. Nullifies and neutralizes that threat.
Where do they go from here is the question. Bomb's going to be coming back towards Palace. Ruben waiting for an opportunity. Knows that he's going to have to make some sort of a play. He's only got 1 flash tools. That's all they've got left at their disposal. And I think they might even be pulling the plug on the round already.
Jamestown. Jamestown, that's what I want to see from Ruben. Survive as long as you can, take him to the next round. At least you have something to fight with. In fact, you could probably reinvest looking at how
I mean, they'll get 1,900. So Deadshot will be able to afford.
Dizzy, Galley, Naturals, Galley.
We'll definitely see them buy up if they can keep both of these guns in play.
And if I'm Bravado, you don't really want to think about hunting because your economy at 2 is at stake. So I think it's going to be a gentleman's agreement and a stalemate moving into round number 11.
Yeah, Tools, these two teams, obviously, they played against each other fairly recently in ESEA, as we mentioned, and Mirage was actually the second map of the series on that occasion as well, and VYBN won out 16-14.
Close.
Yeah, after they started on the T side. That was with Raid, though.
Maximius.
And it was a 7-8 half in favor of Bravado.
Maximilian.
So, could go either way here. I mean, history says that these two teams are very competitive on this map.
Yeah, as most teams in South Africa, I'd say. So it's a healthy. My only issue is, yeah, be the best team in South Africa, Mirage. But once you get on that plane and you go overseas, you'll see another level of Mirage.
Yeah.
And that's the same trap Nixa fell into against Mouse. They're like, all right, let's play Mirage because we're competent. Yes, we are competent and it's a good map, but they're playing on a map on a different understanding and level.
And now that you see what crazy form Maus are in, it kind of makes sense the way that they got wrecked in Maus in the semi-final of the major.
100%. You could argue that Knicks are the reason why Maus are playing at this level.
There we go. Gave them the practice they needed.
Enable them.
My word.
Full gun round. Shy on the AKs, galleys, the members of Naturals and Dizzy. Again, that gun can betray you when you least expect it. 3-piece coming from middle from VYBN.
That's a big kill.
Naturals opening up on Wipeout to connect, and that's going to be a gap. Rotation should start shifting around. VYBN needs to find the window of opportunity. Jump spot to their Blaze. Giving out that information. Doesn't want to be finishing off the whole clip. He is isolated. Rotations are in, and he finds up that frag and support. Daru, he just has a knack for being where he needs to be when he needed the most. Naturals gets the trade and Wipeout. I mean, Vuljon with an AWP. Onto the lurker, Ruben and Deadshot remaining alive. They need to make some decisions now. Let's just pull off B, settle. We got 50 seconds. We have the sense of information where they could be in terms of two players. They don't know where their third is. Deadshot has found the third. That should be a call. That A side should be open. Ruben needs to pedal back. He's got the bomb. So do they cut off the rotation or do they secure the site? That's the hardest decision from Blaze because he could get caught in jungle.
Bombs now coming through connector and towards the A bomb site. Doru's decided against pushing all the way into CT to try and deny the plant. So now it's going to have to be a retake, and a very awkward one at that, considering the position that Deadshot has in towards snipers. There we go. That's the kill I was waiting for. Can Doru deny the plant? Goes for the spray. No. Now he's compromised his position. USP. Deadshot on the cross gets the kill. Huge round won by VYBN, and it was looking pretty rough at one point with that executing towards the B bomb site. Blaze and Doru locked it down, but actually really good composure from VYBN to still keep their options available the way that they do.
Yeah, and I know it's very hindsight on Blaze's side, right? But I almost think 9 times out of 10, your B anchor should be rotating through Cat just to cut off that plant for Con. Force that plant to plant for jungle or plant for CT, which enables Daru more options and a better opportunity to have impact. And I've seen this too many times, but here we go. Here's the A rush. Out and about. The AWP coming out, and has to retreat back to underbelt. The smoke's going to come out and wipe out. He saves his comrade. Vuljon is thanking him alive. He even picks up a kill simultaneously. Dizzy gets the trade, but is it enough? Wipeout needs to contain this attack. The rotations are in, and he's doing his job sublime. That quick switch, I think he wanted to get some util out, but he's afforded and giving Natural some time to survive and wipe out another kill in the round, and I think that's pretty much the nail in the coffin. Just consolidation frags at this moment. 49 HP, he needs to land incredible one taps.
Yeah, this should be certainly out of his reach. 1v3, Wipeout going to polish off the round. That's a quad for him, if I'm not mistaken. Huge defense on the A bomb side. A very quick play coming through from VYBN. We haven't actually seen them turn the pace up in that fashion so far. And yeah, I do like the option, to be fair. Could have broken the CT's economy, but Bravado stand tall to the task.
Yeah, it's just like that finite split second. You kill Vuljon, he's yet an AWP. If you get him under bulk, you pivot and you have a one-pronged attack.
Yeah.
So you know where to focus. Once you can't break that crossfire, I don't know what the decision is there. A lot of teams would fall back and re-engage with an exec or just neutralize, just to bait out more util and Eagle already.
Oh no, this is disastrous for Bravado.
They're barely ending going into this round. It starts an AK and a Dream, and Daru is able to stop the bleed a little, but there's no control in middle. They're left astray.
Look at the power positions that VYBN already have to work with. They're in connector. I think they have a player in snipers, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Such good positional control. Look at Doru. This is outrageous. So aggressive. Forces the issue. Gets the kill. Actually down to a 2v2. This is a pretty good result for Bravado, considering the position they were in moments before this. And Volge will even finish off the round as well. VYBN go up 5v3, and that was a force buy as well, Tools. Their economy's in the dumpster now.
That was a gamble that almost paid off, but Bravado, somehow, through all the mist of the chaos, were able to recover individually. They were making really good decisions. I thought it was a bit, crazy for Daru to just take that advanced position to take that fight. But he knew that was the bomb. If he got the bomb down, it would actually subject the rest of the players to come get it, which would force information out that they can use. And the fight just went their way. Once you land your headshots, what else? Everybody's got a plan, HazE.
Until
they
you
get shot in the face.
Yeah, Tools. That's it, man. Now it's going to be a fast-paced play in towards the A bomb side. HE Grenade could do a lot of damage. Wipeout.
Love it.
In conjunction with his util. Slowy also going to get a frag there as well. Stems the flow. VYBN stopped cold in their tracks. Now it's just about the extra highlights, and there we go. Slowy has been making his mark on the CT side, Tools. We'll get a look at his numbers now. I believe he's up to 17 kills.
Big numbers.
Nah, not going to see that.
Massive numbers.
Yeah, massive numbers indeed.
Yeah, I just need a magnifying glass to proceed with the numbers sharp. But you get the gist of it. It's not only slow. I think everyone's at the right time, doing their own, adding value. 6 rounds from VYBN. That was the shaky start Bravado had, but it seems like they're getting grips of it. If they get 9, they can be confident that this half was recovered and won by them. It did start off shaky, but they can be impressed that they're able to bounce back. From the side of VYBN, this last round will be a motivational booster into the next half.
Yeah, with an 8-7 halftime scoreline in the first map as well, was VYBN who had that 1-round lead on Dust 2. Are we going to have a replicated but reversed scoreline, or is it going to be 9-6?
That was a nice flash, Doro. Thank you. I'm going to take that. Noted.
Noted. Tools is literally writing it down right now, guys.
Liar!
Heathen.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, VYBN have... actually, this is one of the longest periods we've gone in a round without an opening kill in this half so far. Normally,
what I like
been
to
pretty
see.
quick.
Yeah, it's controlled, it's methodical, but as I say, that 2 players, 3 players, already dropping the side of VYBN and all.
Is this a highlight round, Tools?
It feels like it. Is it not?
No, this is real time, mate.
Is this natural?
Just go. There's the door. There's the door. I'll solo cast from here,
Let
mate.
me be, bro! There we go.
Wow, what a way for Bravado to finish off the half, Tools. It was they were down, 5-3. And they win the half 9-6. That's a resounding fight back.
You could even say that VYBN, if I could just hit tab there just to see how many players dropped when they were winning rounds.
True.
You could say maybe VYBN were getting lucky in some of those rounds because a lot of them came down to the clutches. Their economy wasn't stable throughout that 5-round streak that they had.
Yeah.
So it was contentious. So stabilization is key. CT side, again, it's nice to have that fortitude of being at the site first, having control, waiting for the enemy to attack. But when they attack and they attack hard, you can't get caught trembling and stepping back and backpedaling and miscomming. Here's when they need to stand tall. This is their last half potentially if they don't wake up now.
Yeah, exactly. Then we'll have Bravado versus Black Laminate in the grand final.
Massive. Monumental.
Big pistol round. Fast in towards the A bomb site. Wipeout needs to charge towards stairs. Needed to get that kill. Doesn't actually accomplish that. Volge will get a frag back. That creates enough space for the bomb plant, and that's a massive kill out of Blaze, Tools.
Huge, and at least Deadshot's able to bring it back 3 versus 3.
No kits.
Yeah. You start to say they need to get a better post plant if they want to win this round. 2 versus 3. Where's the kit? Perhaps it's dropped in CT.
Oh,
spawn.
lordy lord!
Mez. I say it in French because that's how exquisite that shot was. Deadshot closes it out.
That was a foreign kill coming through there. Great stuff in the end. 9-6. Vital pistol round goes the way of VYBN. They absolutely needed that to ignite their half here as well. This was the kill Wipeout needed.
That's important there. And that's a favorable duel.
Yes, he actually had the advantage there for sure.
The guy was coming out of a smoke. But sometimes that happens. You just shake your mouse in a weird direction, you get a headshot. But this one here, this was nice.
Yeah, James's kill was really clean.
Sweet chin music.
Like that one. Volge eliminated. Blaze decimated. No force, though, interestingly enough, from Bravado, even though they get the bomb plants and the pistol that they lose.
Respect. I think they want to just make sure, and they have to have belief in their gun rounds if they're doing this, because usually you want to just catch them before that full strength the defensive team. That is no Molotovs, just smokes and flashbangs and upgraded weapons. Very different to the usual what Bravado did on their side with MP9s. But here comes the B hit, flashbangs, no smoke coming out for cat or window. It's just going to be a flush out, and the bomb's going to be dropped in the weird Kira position. Maybe they even could have got a plant out of this if the pathing was good.
Yeah, I mean, normally when you get out of apps like that with numbers, you're actually in a pretty good position as the T side, but they couldn't actually get the kills to capitalize on that space that had been afforded to them.
Yeah.
But this is the focus now for them, as you say, because they went for that eco, even though they could have gone for the force. This is where they're going to be putting their stock, is in this gun round.
100%. Buy's looking decent. The T's, you could argue, have a better buy. Lacking a major utility when it comes to flashbangs. Flashbangs win matches. So it's going to have to be just smoke walls and headshots. 2 flashbangs. Both probably will be used in middle to get some space to even get in there. There we go. The first was used. The CT smoke has failed. That's 20 push-ups for whoever failed that smoke. Not at this level. Good grenade. That's going to be a good headshot damage. And that's... That you get punished.
That's a
he
disaster.
swung from window. Yeah,
that's an absolute disaster. You can't miss that smoke, man.
Punish him.
Finish him. All right, well, does look like Bravado are still committing to the initial plan here. Bomb going to be pivoting back towards ramp. Very light on util though, tools. 2 mollies and a flash. That's all they got.
Yeah, the problem is they have to molly catch just to get space up connector. That second molly into jungle, perhaps. Problem is they just have so many opportunities to get attacked from. So they need to neutralize them. This is where game sense comes in. Where's the most obvious spots? They're going to be clearing out jungle. Maybe try control it. Ruben sitting there in sandwich. Can't dig him out. And the problem is this crossfire. So once you pivot to the other, you get a trade. Dizzy spikes open, pops his head up, and says, wham bam, thank you ma'am. Dead shot. I want free kills too. So he's in there.
And they're going to be able to upgrade to 3 AKs off the back of that successful round as well. 3 in a row, level up the scoreline. T-side yet to get going here for Bravado.
T-side rough, bro. T-side real rough. Low utility. I'm surprised not many of them sacrificed AK for a galley to get more flashes. Just be able to just give them access.
Missing a sniper smoke like that, though, can bring the spirits of the team down a bit, right?
Yeah, yeah. Or up, because you know that guy's having... his initiation, not initiation, but his fans is going to be strong. Good morale after the game.
Yeah, true.
As long as they win it.
Bit of bants. Yeah, exactly. That's true.
If you lose and you miss the smoke, best believe you're running 10Ks. Nice! I was about to say, that's a dig. Nope, it's not. It's Viljan with the dig. Let's do some economical damage. I think that's the word in the street for Bravado.
For sure. Only got 1 kill in that previous gun round, so economic damage certainly the name of the game right now. And I like this from VYBN, not offering up an inch right now, forcing Bravado to make all the moves. If they're going to actually find any gunfights, it's going to be on VYBN's terms.
100%. And the positions from VYBN kind of complement each other. The player who was that deep cat has information, all right, he rotated, so he's created a gap essentially, but Deadshot's aware of it. As long as you're aware, have your blind spots. By all means, 3 versus 4. This round should go in the way of VYBN, but you never know what these deagles are and about, Matt.
Another big kill there from Volge. Pivots towards CT. Needed to hit that shot instantly, though, if he was going to stand a chance. Now it's just Wipeout trying to inflict further damage. The bomb's on the site, but he does not have a chance. And it's actually VYBN who regain themselves the lead here on Mirage now, making a mark on the CT side.
I've seen no attack balls yet, but hasn't been warranted. I think both teams are of the understanding that once they start stringing rounds together, things will be fine. Just stick to the plan, stick to the fundamentals, and make sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. But VYBN taking the lead, so that should be feeling strong. CT side, most of the times, most of the teams feel like that's the advantageous side, so they need to just keep their balanced economy good. There we go, window smoke land, that's what I say. Quick cat aggression coming up. That's a bit presumptuous, assuming that you want to get into ladder control as fast as you can. Where's the second player pop flashing into jungle to account for that? It's Viljan looking to recover. The bomb's still sitting in spawn. It is being brought over from Daru, but the site needs to hold strong. Top con smoke and jungle molly gives them space.
Where's that from?
Naturals to the smoke, I presume. Yeah, it is. Very common, but no utility left. Just the flashbang. The bomb has to cross, but CT spawn and actually goes to CT, that flash from Daru. I was about to say, why is he pulling that out? But team play, that's how you win matches, bro. 2 versus 1, naturals. Just to keep them in the lead. Molotov towards default, but no one's at home. He's tapping every corner. He's got another Molotov if he wants to molly more spots. This molly didn't land, in fact.
Yeah, it didn't force the player out, unfortunately.
You got to learn your lineup, son.
Yeah, it has to be a perfect molly, though, to burn them up behind Firebox and on default. Just ever so slightly missed the mark.
Yeah, it's almost got to land on that back corner, on that box and back corner, so it spills forward and spills backwards.
Yeah.
But he also has a second one. That's why I was confused. Maybe throw both.
10
Make
all.
sure.
Yeah, true. In the end, though, huge round for Bravado. Vilge was instrumental in that round win for them as well. Yeah. Crazy impact frags coming at the hands of his rifle.
Yeah, he had good timing there, and HazE will pick up that peak. He knew he had to even it out. He knew he had to get his team back in it, and he shows the correct decision slowly. Is he aware? An all-port fear happening in T-ramp. Nothing comes of it. Dizzy, good advanced position in apps. It's going to allow them more space and room and freedom to rotate towards middle, to rotate towards B. You can retake the A side if you have apps control. I've always had that sentiment. Problem is, we saw in the previous half that is rendered useless to a certain point in how deep they get in. Your rotators can't dive. You're sitting there, as you can see. A lot of movement.
Ball's going to get stepped on. There we go.
That's crazy from Ruben, though, hey?
Right?
Yeah.
With an AWP.
Yeah.
Big kill, though.
What works, it works, I guess. Naturals looking just to supplement that advantage. Does he spot that leg? Man, I wish he had X-ray vision. I wish he saw what we saw, Matt.
Well, Tools, there's a reason that's not allowed.
Is that cheating?
That is cheating.
Naturals furthers the advantage. Molotov towards up the B. Ruben, another frag coming out.
Round over.
Yeah, he's done his job. Collected his coin. He now needs to cash it out.
This is rough for Bravado, though, after losing that previous round, to not even make a mark here in the round immediately afterwards. Straight back to square one, ultimately. And they're not even going to be able to save any of their guns. Huge round coming through from Natural there as well.
100%. Doesn't it feel like Bravado wanted to save those guns?
No,
it's like they wanted to go for a win. They were just running everywhere.
5v2. You could hear everything there if you were vibing.
They needed a bit of James harm there. Now that's a reset, essentially. So they're back to the pits.
Okay. Well, they could go for a bit of a half buy here. I mean, they've got that full round loss bonus behind them, so I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a hero AKA coming through on Blaze, perhaps.
I agree.
More utility would have been nice as well to go for a full execute in a round like this, I think. Guarantee a bomb plant.
At the end of the day, these type of rounds where you see less utility, if you press tab, if each player is not doing their own math, and if you do your math, can you buy everything? If you buy a flash and a smoke and a P250 this round, yes, then get us flash and a smoke and a P250.
100%. You shouldn't have any money left over next round after you full board. That should be invested in this round.
100%. The players aren't doing the math like that to supplement a round like this. Vuljan goes down. Now, what is the actual plan? A smoke and a flash? Do you want to smoke window? It does look like they want to go for a bebop. Flash comes up. James is blind, but he's round protection. Good spot to be sitting in. Got some cover. Got some space to work with, but Wipeout with that dig, doing some damage. Bomb still stuck in upper B, and they're getting surrounded. Surely upper B's been encroached on, and this is going to be a very tough round. The bomb doesn't go down. It does go down. Saving grace. Now they can just work it out. They should be happy from here. Naturals is on low HP. That pillar. That wall is stronger than it should be, to be very frank. I've been in too many situations where I put 50 bullets in that wall and knee get even. 50? And that guy's on 10 HP. It's like, bro.
I think that's more about your aim than it is about the wall tools. Right. But either way, I do still think, I mean, Bravado could have done more damage there. Wipeout missing a chance to get the kill towards short. That would have alleviated a bit of the pressure. Yes. Maybe some potential there, but they don't realize it. 12-10, VYBN now just 4 rounds away from taking us to a decider, and it would be overpass if we do go the distance. And that's also a map, by the way, that the two teams played against each other in that ESEA game. They played on overpass, and that was a 16-6 win for VYBN.
What?
Yeah.
Intense. I would have thunk overpass was a Bravado map, but you're right. Bravado back in the hot seat after that round. Slowy. Haven't seen much impact from him on the T side with that AWP. Not as well as what we saw from Ruben. In fact, Vuljan capitalizing on Dizzy. A mid-round push into Palace is always
dry like that.
It's never going to be in your favor unless you're waiting for a flash. But even if you were, your posture should have been better and looked better. So it's dead shot to try cover up the gap that is open from Dizzy. 2 players come up from middle. 3 approach. Dead shot, right time, right place. Story, we just wanted to move in. No assistance coming from the boys. Wipeout picks up Free frag on Deadshot and Con, and another fight ensues and breaks out their chair slowly.
Huge kill from Natural.
That's the bomb. They don't even need to fight the A side. And that top con smoke posted up. I'm not too sure if he knows it's smoked off. But now he does.
Wow.
He found out the hard way, didn't he? Ruben stuck up in ticket, and Wipeout is there to collect.
Massive round coming through for Bravado. If they lose it, they're probably on the cusp of losing the map, considering their economic situation. Actually, really well worked in the end there. I thought that Natural had done a great job to get that kill in towards middle. But this frag from Vilge was actually the one that got them back into the round, ultimately.
The game changer.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at the frags now, isn't he sitting on top? I think two players on 19 frags, so it's Slowy and Vuljan. Vuljan, obviously, he's a lower death ratio, but
nice.
Slowy quite high for an AWP. That's another thing about
Wipeout's
Slowy.
actually very far forward, Jatul. Sorry to interrupt you, because he got run boosted. Oh, but he doesn't keep going.
You got to be with that, bro.
Yeah.
You got to be with that. You got that run jump. Even if you go low is quicker, that guy Cat isn't going to hear you run, but Slowy opening up the scoreboard there. I think we went for a dry peek in middle. I like it. The Natural's AWP, or was he rifling?
I think he was rifling.
That's not smart. Where's the AWP, though? Cat. Meow.
No pussies on this server, Tools.
Not at all. Not much. 1 minute remaining on the clock, and it's been slow from the side of Bravado. They're using the man advantage adequately, not giving away free sound cues, and that's Dizzy and A ramp. No one there to get the trade. They were setting Wipeout up, but he couldn't be set up because of the advanced position. There we go. The attack comes from Con. Deadshot from Ticket gets the trade, but puts the advantage in the side of VYBN. They need to make it work, though. Deadshot gets a second, in fact. And now where can they plant the bomb? Con is open, CT's open. What can they do? Just 2 flashbangs and a dream.
Yeah, this is so difficult for them. The walls are closing in on them as well. And time is against them too. Flash to force Deadshot back, but he doesn't actually have to peek here. That's a big kill from Doru to alleviate some of the pressure, but they still have to continue to fight their way through the round. Doru!
No ways.
Huge work coming through from him, no. Just a bit of an assist there in the end, but Slowy's got the bomb on his back, and he's immediately off towards the opposite side of the map.
I actually realize now why Slowy's always broke. He's buying double duties every time he buys the AWP.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They cost $300, Tools.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that cheap?
Yeah.
They need to nerf that weapon then. That's crazy. Because he dominates with it. That's my issue.
Yeah, he's the sheriff.
Someone needs to do some darts analysis, and I like his repositioning here, Slowy. Taking high ground. It's one of the hardest spots to expect.
No, is he exposed to market?
He's moving too much, and he's still... That's luck. And he needs to understand that's luck. And the fact that... Why I say it's luck? Because luck is a combination of talent and hard work. You can't hit that shot if you're a random player, because that was a hard flick.
Yeah.
Just pivoting left and right. But again, you need to... I don't know, tighten up that post-pump position.
Oh my god. I thought he was done. I thought he was done for. I thought he was done for.
Why is he looking flank at this time?
Yeah.
I guess he's expecting low, but...
I think slightly poor spatial awareness there from him, the way that he leaves his back exposed to market, not using the wall between the 2 windows as cover. 12-12.
He's going to be looking at that demo and thinking the same thing. He's going to be like, ooh. Ready trades transpiring in lower B. One of the easiest ways to get a free frag if you're the defending team. Sometimes the best defense is an offense, so maybe trying that out in a gun round could prevail. Buljon aware as ever. Not going to catch him sleeping, not today.
Just, you know, theorizing. If VYBN lose the map from here, that would be pretty rough from them, considering the position they were in at one point. You know, controlling the game on the favored side. They had money in the bank. They were looking good as individuals and as a team. So if they lose Mirage, I think they'll be pretty aggrieved with themselves at that point, considering how much is on the line right now.
Yeah, considering they've beaten Bravado before, so they understand and know they have it within them.
Yeah.
They just need to activate and put themselves in the same mental space they were when they picked up that dub versus them.
Yeah, I mean, something we didn't keep in mind, though, is if you're Bravado, rather lose that ESEA game and be better prepared for this match than not having had played them and lose this game to them, right? I mean, maybe it would have geared them up a little bit more.
And free research at the end of the day.
Yeah, true.
Is there a free gun for Ruben to perhaps pick up?
Where did Wipeout die? There he
They
goes.
threw it
But
away. They threw it away on the roof.
Attention to detail.
Nice. Smart.
Maximum points.
You're loyal.
That's going to be 13-10 for Bravado, regaining the lead.
Yeah, next round is going to be quite pivotal because you know, VYBN lose, that's 15 immediately. Looking at the economy, I want to just know what the loss bonus is looking like, if it's 3 or if it's 4. But things working swimmingly well for the Blue Star.
Yeah. Very successful coming through from them in these past few rounds. And Tools, you think back to that 2v3 where there were 2 players stuck on the A bomb side for Bravado and slowly rotated all the way across. They should have lost that round.
Yes.
Doru hits those 2 crazy headshots. I mean, that was the catalyst really for this run. So if they lose that round, who knows? We could already be talking about overpass.
Yeah. 3rd map through now.
And now if it's VYBN, if they lose this round, then we're talking about Black Lamb Bravado. So what a swing.
Look how the disparity within the 2 teams. I mean, both Blaze and James sitting with the same deaths and the same kills. So
yeah,
perhaps it's role dependent because I think they're both Biancas. Sometimes it sucks, bro.
Someone's got to do the job, right?
Yes, 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 yes. But all in approach from Bravado.
Yeah.
Trying to make a guacamole out of
VYBN. Ruben's being burned. His teammate smokes for him, but he just gets taken down through the smoke regardless. And Bravado had to have seen where that smoke came from towards default. There we go. Wipeout's been able to get both the kills, open up that A-bomb site.
No!
But what on earth is that transfer from Deadshot? Natural gets in on the mix through the smoke as well. And Bravado have just been decimated. 5v3 turned 3v2.
Okay. They have to just swallow that pill and continue with this round slowly, and Volgeron remaining alive. Again, where do they plant the bomb? How do they position themselves? At this point, you got to be thinking of the number game.
Oh, no.
No, you have Volgeron! High ground! That was a good angle we played. I guess either way, if the bomber went down, still 1v1. Slowly finishes it off, and that is art. That is art!
What a round of Counter-Strike. Volge comes to life when his team absolutely needs him the most. I mean, he's been having a lot of impact so far in the series, but none more so than that round right there. Slowy owes him a basket of muffins, Tools.
Yeah.
Look at this. I thought it was over. Slowy commits to the plant. James reckons he's got the kill every single day of the week.
Like at this moment right here, he knew immediately he effed up. He knew, it was like, oh, even his crossy placement suggests that. He was like, oh no, there's a player above bulk. What doing now?
And then they double peek the con player, get that kill. 14-12, Volge has even opened up. They've gone for the eco, have VYBN Tools. They're going to have to play for overtime, assuming they can't make something happen here with the Desert Eagles.
Volgeron already tackled low HP, but he's picked up himself a kill. He's had a really good performance so far. Not on the sense of he's picking up all the crazy 3 kills, 4Ks here and there, but it's the important 1 kill he gets to help them win the round, as highlighted previously. So.
Yeah, I'd say his reliability has been what's been so impressive. When the team really needs him, he's actually looked really clinical. 15-12. What is that 6 in a row now? Was it 12-10, I think? That would be 5 in a row. There we go. So it actually is 5 in a row for Bravado. They were down 10-12. They're on a hot streak right now, and they're just 1 round away. They need one of the next 3 tools to book themselves a spot in the grand final to tango with Black Laminate.
100%. And now VYBN wants to bring out the double AWP. Okay, let's just see how this works, because it profited Bravado immensely on their defending side. So Dizzy and Ruben tossed with the big green. But need to make it work because it costs a lot of money. They have to forfeit their stuff, Molotovs, and already from Con, Ruben picking up an easy kill on Blaze, just trying to take control. He's been doing it alone for quite a while. Slowy is there to get the trade. In fact, where is Slowy? Is he alone in middle? No, he's sitting in A ramp and he's picked up some space for them to enter. The rifles are moving in, but there's still some defending players sitting in ticket. Good awareness from Naturals. He had a teammate there for support, even if he did went down. So keeping this round up in the air, they have the advantage, but now they need to capitalize. The problem is for me, look with the Bombers, they can easily audible back to the B side if they wanted to, but I think they're just too far in. They're too far committed, and Wipeout just deleting the rotator in. Awareness isn't there. No one is available to take the trade either from VYBN, so this becomes even more difficult. Sweating bullets. This is their last opportunity, Matt.
There's a Con player. It's Natural. Can he deny the bomb plant? No. There must be a smoke at the top of Con right now. Bravado playing with that cover under their guys, but Dizzy gets a big kill. Man advantage now in play. Make that a 2-man advantage. It's the double AWP setup that's doing the dirty. Surely Volge won't rob them of this moment. From default, they know exactly where he is. Down to the 1v1. It's only Dizzy left remaining, but Volge won't be able to get the kill. And VYBN live to fight for another day.
That would have been too dirty. They have families, Nat. We must understand this. Give them hope. 13 rounds on the board. There's still a lifeline granted for VYBN. But the money's sitting pretty low, so...
Yeah, no, they're
not
going to
on the woods.
have M4's no head armor, light on util, basically. This is still a good opportunity for Bravado, who, after investing here, will still be able to invest in the last round of the half if they lose this. So they've got back-to-back gun rounds to try and finish this series here in regulation on Mirage.
Indeed, 2 match points remaining. Bravado have all the bells and whistles. There we go, Sheriff onto Slowy as per usual. Why not Pizza 50? Oh, I'm not going to cancel that argument. I'm going to chat some personally about this, but the attacking team bunched up towards that B site. Looks like it'll be a 2-prong waved attack. Utility is baited out. Good nade, just to tickle them down, put on them the headshot, one shot with that M4 if need be. Blaze, free frag in the middle. He has been dealt hands, but now he's dealing the hands back, which is fantastic. And it's going to re-rotate the defense. The bomb, maybe he's going to get spotted. We do have Deadshot finding information. Maybe could catch Dorot, but this is important too. We need to see if Slowy can punch his way into this B site. But the defense is looking coordinated, not overextending and giving space. They have to overextend, but the bomb is encroaching in. As I said, that Deadshot picks up Doru. He's surprised just as I am. Wipeout doing some damage, but the bomb is still an issue, a major issue. It's one of the biggest objectives, and Naturals picks up a free frag. I'm thinking to Slowy pedaling back. He's the guy to keep them in this 2 versus 3, Matt.
I thought that was another kill from Deadshot. As you say, it was natural to get the frag. Deadshot's done so much damage, though. He has got support coming through from middle as well as he watches towards T-Spawn. Somehow actually able to transition to still get that kill. And he knows there's another player in TV room. Wipeout has no health. It's a quad kill from Deadshot. 15-14. We're going the distance here in regulation as VYBN put up a fight.
And that's an MVP round from Deadshot. Subsequently, now they have enough money to put up a formidable defense if need be. Bravado have just made lives incredibly hard for themselves. 2 match points they drop in. And again, CT side is the more dominant side in the snap, so I don't blame them. Deadshot just had a phenomenal round. You can't account for that every time.
True. There's no AWP here for the CT side this round, Tools. 15-14. Can VYBN do it one more time is the question. Bravado have locked in overtime at the bare minimum, but they want to do this in regulation, Tools, and they're going back to what's worked pretty well throughout the half so far. Brute force into the A site.
Yeah, maybe they have the understanding that there's no AWP. Was that a manual stair smoke? I guess it's quicker than usual, so they're going to be moving him just on that flashbang. An easy hard clear to the left. Cubby Blaze consistently blind, can't move anywhere. In fact, he's traded positions with the Strader. That Molotov was so important for Doru to get in place and sizzles him alive. And Viljon from Upper Palace picks up Dizzy, and it's all falling apart like a house of cards as they individually try to ensue, press their envelope. Viljon, another one saving them time after time. Matt, how does it fall apart like this for VYBN? Things were looking good.
They can't think about that right now. Tools, Natural and James left remaining. There's very low HP on both Blaze and Doru. This could still be doable. There's a kit in play and there's utility as well as they start to make their way forward. But Doru frags, Blaze does as well. And we have a victor. Bravado Gaming 16-14 come out on top. They win 2-0. Your prediction was on the money, Tools. And they will face off against Black Laminate in that grand final tomorrow for a spot at the Intel Africa Masters Finals at Rage in December.